Perfect. Yo, you know what it is, bitch. It's Devyn, and I am back here again with the boys right here on the range today. We're gonna be talking rifles. So I think a lot of people are wondering, when I build my first AR-15 or when I buy my first AR-15, what should I be looking for? There's a million different variations out there, and everybody say like, oh, what's the advantage of this over the advantage of that, and like, why is it better to have a 14.5-inch barrel as opposed to a 16? And there's a lot of people that go back and forth about it, and everybody's kind of got their opinion on it. Stick with something 14.5 pinned and welded. I think it's the perfect length for most applications. Also, just because of what the cheap training ammo that you're going to be shooting, it was really designed to be stabilized out of those 14.5-inch barrels.
I went with regular 16-inch Aero Precision upper and lower. I think that 16-inch is a good barrel to start with because it's like that happy medium kind of between, like, I guess 18 and 14. I mean,
you know, you can get something shorter. Like this is an 11.5-inch AR pistol, and then Devyn actually has a 10.5-inch AR pistol.
well, it's not mine, it's our friend's, but
Yeah.
it's the one I'm holding.
It's real easy, I think, nowadays to find something reliable in that $1,200 to $1,500 price range. I kind of tell people, you know, you have to be willing to spend some money on your rifle. You can't go budget the entire way because you're gonna end up changing parts later anyways. You're gonna end up being upset with something. Go-to would be something like a BCM upper and an arrow lower. People are like, oh, should I get iron sights first, or should I get an optic? Should I get a low power variable optic? Should I get a red dot? You know, what do you think? Well, I think it really comes down to personal preference at that point. You know, low power variable optics are kind of an up-and-coming thing or a rising thing now with their capabilities. They're something that's always been around. The Army's been using L-cans for a long time. Even the old Mark IV LRT from Leopold, you know, that was something that you saw a lot. I think, you know, red dots are still really easy to shoot. It's very intuitive. It's easier for people with certain sight impairments, I guess.
I went with a Trijicon MRO, and I still have mil-spec rear sights and front sight posts. So
even the budget ones like Holosun, primary arms, those things are reliable enough that you don't need to necessarily prioritize iron sights. If you have room on a gun for iron sights, you should probably have them. However,
yeah, I run iron sights on mine still.
No, there's, you know, it's kind of there's a lot of different options out there. You know, there's definitely companies that I'd recommend against. People said, you know, hey, I'm going to get an AR-15 from this company. I'd be like, I'd probably think twice about that.
Call them out.
I'm not going to name any names,
Call
but PSA, Powery Pony. You don't have to do anything super crazy. You don't need to go buy a full Knights SR-16. You don't need to buy like a Knights SR-16. You don't need to buy a full Triarch Systems gun or something like that. Or
High Point's about to start making ARs. I think they already made a couple, so start looking into those. They're fire. Better than anything he runs.
You're no longer allowed to make those videos. Oh my! Been hitting a lot of volume for legs lately. Yeah, he's out now.
He's done. Good job being embarrassed though.
You look down the
What we're going to do right now is a simple X drill, and it's going to teach movement in and out of a lot of different positions. Basically, you're going to start from the center point, you're going to advance to about a 5-yard position, you're going to retreat back to the center position, advance to another 5-yard position, retreat back to the center position, advance or retreat to about a 10-meter position, back to the center position, and then back to another 10-meter position in the shape of an X.
I've never shot this drill before, so keep the hate out the comments.
Don't at me, bitch.
Perfect.
trying to fucking close crazy with your body. Turn around.
or if you're gonna run with it in the shoulder pocket, find that point where it's just low enough that you can, engage or disengage the safety.
I like the idea of tucking it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just low enough.
Because like this, it's hard for you to like run. Feels a lot closer and easier with it under here.
Yeah, you like if you're gonna run with it in the shoulder pocket, having it down just low enough that you can still, through, as Travis Haley says, economy of motion, disengage the safety and get the gun on fire. Because if you start with it too high, now you have to sweep your hand down below the line of bore to disengage the safety. But if you start down here and you just bring the gun up to your eye's reaction to picking up that sight coming into your natural index and then also disengaging the safety happens almost simultaneously, because you're not going to overrun either one of your processors doing that. You'll probably slow yourself down trying to keep the rifle up all the time, because every time you shoot on multiple target arrays, or even if you're just shooting at one target, your eyes are leading you to the target and the gun is following it to the target. So I just try and keep the gun up just high enough that you don't have to move it that far to get to target, but also low enough that you can disengage the safety.
I think I'm gonna run it through again, full speed. Whatever arrows I hit, but I'm gonna try to focus on keeping the up.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna run it. You ready for this?
That's just how. When you're running up range with a rifle, you'll see a lot of people. They'll turn and they'll be squared off to the target, and then they'll do one of these because they want to keep the gun pointed down range. However, what you want to do is keep your eyes down range, because your eyes are always going to lead you to where the target's at. So I have the rifle up in my shoulder pocket, and then I go to break position and maybe move to a piece of cover behind me. I break the rifle off my shoulder and I keep it up range, and I turn my hips, my entire gait to where I want to go. I get to where I'm going, and then it's just simply driving the rifle back out to target again. All right,
so what we're gonna do now is me and Keegan are gonna go for a little race. He's probably gonna schwack me, but it's all in good fun. We're gonna run from that wood line over there all the way back here. I'm left box, he's right box. There's 2 squares on the target up there. First one to get 10 rounds inside those squares after running that distance wins. So let's try it out.
God damn it, this dirt! Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell, Mike.
That's how far off
I got spanked. How many you get in the square?
9.
9? I got 7, so. And I also took a lot of extra shots. I shot 7.
What did you shoot?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I shot 13. Only 7 made it in the box.
I was about to point at you.
That shit is hard.
He had shot 10 and
I was about
9
to
of the 10.
Yeah, that's fucking solid.
Bill,
I had a really bad second day on team week. It was my first team.
Did I hit anything?
I definitely.
Shot everywhere in between.
Your grouping was. Who was shooting in between us?
I was.
You were consistent.
Yeah, I wasn't aiming for that though, so that's great.
That's good. Yeah, you were super consistent. Yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
Not at all.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So stupid. This here's my daggone O'Driscoll popper. Got down 1894. You don't want to mess with me when I got this thing fucking ready. Alright, so we just got done for the day. Lots of good stuff. Still have a lot to work on. My new sights, the AmeriGlow sights that I got on my Glock, they're awesome. I need to mess with those a little bit more.
But my fundamentals were a little off too. So compared to last week, it's almost like I've been doing my dry fire drills at home wrong. So I'm getting better. The homies came out. They had a good time. You have a good time?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I shot
don't
myself,
care.
so we
No
gotta go to
one,
the hospital
no
right
one
now.
cares. So
I'm still bleeding.
thanks for watching. If there's some more stuff that you want to see, comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on IG at Devyn Takes the World, and watch me turn into John Wick.
Hell yeah.
Basically over time. I'm already almost there.
John
So.
Wick's fucking pussy.
Stop. No, he's not.
So, you know, I would call it the generic